Ahoy, Meat Popsicle ZDP here with more FTL AE. On our last run, we got rocked in the Rock B, the Siobhan. The vanilla version of the game, couple of the B layouts were the challenge ships. And the Rock B is definitely one of those. But let's put that behind us, hit random. And we're going to go with the Tetragon. No, we already beat the game on the Tetragon, so roll the dice once more. And we get the Osprey Federation Cruiser Layout A. Some differences to the B that we already are well acquainted with. For one, it has a Burst Laser Mark II instead of the Dual Laser. Extra bit of required power on the Burst Laser Mark II, but we have an extra shot, so it balances out well. No missile launcher, however, and we only have one power in the artillery beam. Other differences, a far easier layout to deal with borders. You can open up the front end of the ship or the back end of the ship. The middle is a little sketchy. You have a 3-person medbay as well. One more crew member starting off in the Osprey, but yeah, anyways, let's get going here. So the first thing you want to do in the ship generally is to make the Rockman, Frederick in our case, you want to make the Rockman the pilot, because it takes flippin' forever for the Rockman to get anywhere. So you want to have a Rockman be in a place where he's not going to be doing much moving, like the pilot seat. You never ever want to go with the pilot seat. Also, having somebody with more health there, make sure if we get boarded, we can hold on to the pilot seat longer, hold on to that evade chance. Also, a Mantis in the engines might not be the best thing, but he can come in and help the pilot out. Keep the doors safe, other things safe. So I will go ahead and save these positions. There we are. And we'll get everything powered on. And yeah, that artillery beam, 50-second cooldown. It's going to take quite a while. Let's see what our first jump has. You discover one of the Rebels' autonomous scouts. The ship's AI wastes no time in engaging your ship. Okay, well, not many options on this ship right off the bat. All we have is a Burst Laser Mark II, so we're just going to fire that at their weapons. And a hack. Like we didn't have enough trouble getting the artillery beam up. They decided to hack it, but that's fine. Good miss there. And their dangerous weapon is offline, so I'm going to go ahead and go on piloting next. Make sure we miss no more. And does it hit? Excellent. We go on shields next, so that way all 3 of our hits will do damage. Go on shields next. And probably jump back onto weapons, because those will be back up most likely by that time. Okay. And back on weapons. Slow and steady. That's the name of the game in the Osprey. That is the name of the game for right now. 2 weapon power, slow artillery beam. But if you get your defenses up and you have time to kill, you can let the artillery beam do the work. But anyways, the ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material, 3 fuel, 1 missile, 12 scrap. And we jump again. You spot a small rebel ship nearby. It seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. It doesn't seem to want to engage you and your ship. Let's try and demand a surrender of their goods. And we will go automatically on piloting, because they're going to escape. So we're going to try and keep them from running. We will most likely take hull damage here, unless they fire their mini beam before their laser. But looks like they have things pretty synced up. So let's go on weapons next. And we will vent the fire in the medbay slowly but surely. Okay, and vent the fire in our little wing area there. Okay. And dangerous weapon is down. I'll go back on pilot and keep them from running. And we missed horribly. Okay. Let's close the doors. Get our NG repairing. Nothing right now, actually. They're gonna jump. We missed, but we hit it just in time. Artillery beam might have a chance to actually do something. That's how long this fight lasted. Okay, sliced right through the middle of their ship. And they're dead. Okay, so we lost about 5 hull points there, but we get 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 7 scrap. Unfortunately, they were all killed in a battle. We salvaged what we can. They were transporting prisoners. Okay, let's get our medbay fixed up. And might as well get Will, the NG, healed up. Get him back to full fighting strength. And then we'll put him back into the shield room where he belongs. Power up the engines again. And let's see. Really can't afford to upgrade anything right now. We can upgrade the engines and then take power away from oxygen to get dodge chance. But let's just jump for now. There's a distress beacon here, so let's work our way over to it. You're out of Pipelet Sector. One merchant seems to be mass broadcasting a request for mercenary ship to aid him. Shall we respond? Yes. Ship seems reasonably equipped. A freighter carrying a shipment of my goods is a week late. The fools flew through a pirate-filled sector in their haste, and I fear won the cargo safety. I'm looking for a less incompetent captain to investigate. We will accept. At least you're confident for what little that's worth. Here is their last known location. Add a quest marker to our map. And excuse me for a moment. I will raise the volume a little bit. It does sound a little low today. There we are. That should do it. Okay. And the quest is all the way down there. There's another distress beacon. So let's hit that next. That might be too loud, actually. Music and sound. Anyways, you arrive at a distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markings partially crushed between the 2 large rocks. It must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment. We can use our artillery beam weapon to carefully cut the ship out. The ship gives a quick burst of thrust. Rock crumbles away. They thank you and offer some resources: 2 missiles, 1 drone, 16 scrap. And that will allow us to get our engines upgraded by 1. I will do that. Let's see. Okay. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for the FTL to recharge. Why not explore the asteroid field? You discovered the remains of a ship embedded into an asteroid. Still has some functional missiles. 3 missiles, 12 scrap. Excellent. Okay. Let's jump out here a little bit. See if we can hit that quest. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. We will attack the automated ship to get to the storage cache, and we will target weapons instantly and hope not to take too much damage from this combo. We do have an extra 5% dodge chance, so maybe we'll be okay. Alright, we took 1 hull damage, but their weapons are offline. Going on to piloting now. Excellent. And 1 more will do it, absolutely. Not too bad of a sector so far. You salvage what you can, getting 12 scrap. Investigating the station, we find nothing useful. It has lain unused for quite some time. There is a store here. Let's hit this beacon first. Don't know what we'll get at this store, but maybe there's something cheap. Some across a forward scout a rebel fleet. They're powering up the FTL. If they get away, they will no doubt warn the fleet of your position. Wonderful. We have to go on piloting. Keep them from running. Okay. And we miss horribly. Let's go on engines then. Maybe we'll hit better. Excellent. Engines are down. Now we go on piloting. Keep them from running. Okay. Excellent. Now go on weapons. Okay, and back on piloting. So the artillery beam might have a chance to finish them off here. Almost. But it did allow us to get some time. Bought us some time, is what I'm saying, because their pilot got off the helm to repair something. The ship breaks apart. You're relieved to know you're still one step ahead of the fleet. We get 1 fuel, 1 drone, 12 scrap. Let's get our oxygen powered up before we all die of asphyxiation. And we'll get Nicola into medbay briefly. And get our way back to posts. And we will check out this store. There is only one other ship at this beacon. It is showing heavy damage. You receive a message on your console. Greetings, traveler. We were crippled by a band of pirates and are now forced to sell our remaining valuable equipment to acquire the necessary supplies to get home. Okay, automated reloader is nice. Long range scanners is nice. Can't afford much else, though. I think we buy long range scanners as an investment in our future. Keep us from hitting empty beacons. Keep us out of hazards. Anything we want to sell? No. And I guess since we have exactly the amount of scrap, we fixed the max, although that's probably a bit of a waste. And we depower medbay, power up engines, and keep on trucking. Let's see what this quest has to offer. You arrive at the last known location of merchant's delivery. Begin to scan for the lost ship. After a quick scan, you find a ship being chased by a pirate. This must be the missing delivery ship. You move in to rescue them. Okay, they have missiles and a heavy laser that won't be able to burst our shields unless the missile hits the shields first. No, it hits our artillery beam. Okay, I'm fine with that, actually. Let's go on shields next. Good. Back on weapons, because they got their missile launcher back up. Hit into weapons. Fantastic. Okay. Get those powered back up. Get their... Okay. Every time that missile fires, take a big breath. Okay. 25% dodge chance. Not too shabby. Get their shields. And they must have an NG on board because they were getting those things up way too quickly. Yeah, 2 NGs. A ship of pirate NGs. That's what we were fighting. Alrighty. You contact delivery ship. We're grateful for your assistance. They offer you a reward: 2 fuel, 2 missiles, 16 scrap for saving them. Let's get our artillery beam repaired. Not that it's doing much good. 50-second cooldown, man. Might as well get Ryan in to heal. And back to stations. There's a distress beacon, there's a ship. There's a pulsar. How many jumps do we have? 1, 2, maybe 3. Don't want to go to the pulsar, but looks like we have no choice. Detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. Intervene to defend the outpost. The rebel responds to your threat. I don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet. They move into engage. They have a beam drone and a one-shot laser. We will go on their drone control system. Ugh. Okay, that did nothing. Let's go on weapons instead. Fire in the artillery beam room. Sensing a theme here. Just cannot keep that artillery beam up. Okay, piloting indoors took a hit. Weapons are down. They can no longer damage us. Retrospect should have made that my first shot. But live and learn. Okay. Good. Hit them there again. Keep that off permanently. Get those doors fixed up. Okay. Back on weapons. Close the doors. Alrighty. Hit their drone system once more. Very slow going on this particular ship, but one more volley should kill them. Okay, go fix up artillery beam. Ship breaks apart, you quickly salvage your cam and get 2 fuel, 1 drone, 16 scrap, and a defense drone Mark 1. The outpost hails you to pompous bastards, expect free service just because they defeated the Federation. Take this for the help. Further 2 fuel, 15 scrap. Let's get Frederick the Lumbering Mountain Man into the medbay for some healing. And we'll get Will back to post. And Frederick is healed, so get him back. 47 scrap now. Let's take a look at our ship. Artillery beam takes 30 to get that next level of cooldown. Might want to go there next. Tied with engines though, and we do want to get shields up as well. Next level of shields up. Maybe we should prioritize next level of shields. We would need 50, 90 for that. So let's save up for next level of shields, because if we don't, we'll never actually reach there. We'll just spend lots of other things. Located a nearby human colony where an unknown disease is spread virulently. They are setting up a quarantine to contain it, but a riot has broken out. We will send our NG crew to calm down the infected. No fear of catching the disease. Your NG crew member helps reassure and organize the infected humans. Combines extensive knowledge of human physiology to infect, submit to the quarantine in hopes that a cure can be found soon. The colony leaders offer a reward for helping to prevent an ugly incident. 3 fuel, 1 drone, 9 scrap. We will not make it to the exit before the rebels. Right, to find a pulsar dominating the view screen, you see a small silhouette pass in front of the star. Before you can ponder what it is, warning signals go off. It appears to be a ship in firing trajectory. Go on weapons. And we will probably take a beating here, and we'll take a further beating at the exit, unfortunately. We'll wait to see. Yes, Ion took down their shields and our shields. Let's keep going on weapons, keep them down. Do not want to get caught with our pants down, so to speak. Haha. Let's have a couple more NGs on that ship, repairing things so quickly. Yes, they do. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. Good luck. Yes, but they do have an NG and an Zoltan on board. Okay. And we get a shot off before they do. Suffered no damage. Ship explodes, leaving behind 1 missile, 1 drone, 16 scrap. See if we can wait for our shields to come back before we jump, and we jump into rebel territory. They captured the beacon before we could get there. We might be in trouble. You found the exit beacon, but the rebels got here first. You must survive long enough to be able to jump to the next sector. I'm going to take our weapon person, march him to the doors, because they're going to board us. They're going for the weapon system. Excellent. I'm going to try and asphyxiate them as much as possible. There's really not much we can do but wait until our engines take us away from this horrible place. You can try firing, but it won't do much because they have level 2 shields. Okay, punched a hole in our hull, that's fine. Okay, they teleported their man back. Good, don't need any stowaways as we go into the next sector here. And we will jump away. We took a lot of damage there. But we are okay. Zoltan controlled or uncharted Nebula. Nebula now, Nebula later. Won't have any choice. I think we take our Nebula now, that way we have choice later. But I'm really not liking this star map. This nebula must have been an important hub at one point. Placing all of these jump beacons would be no easy task, however now it's hardly navigable. Okay, so we have some problems. Let's get Ryan back to weapons. And I think there is a hull breach right here. Any other breaches? No. Okay, get into the med bay. Get fixed up. Nebulas aren't too bad with long-range scanners. You don't have to worry about ion storms. You don't have to worry about empty beacons. I do like the illusion of choice sometimes, and I prefer being able to shape destiny and being able to choose not having Nebula next time. Anyways, an advanced Rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small Rebel space station. However, without functioning sensors, it's impossible to tell what is inside. Go for the station. Burst laser on weapons. Power up the artillery beam. Not that it'll have much say in how this battle goes. Sorry about that, and we're back. Salvagers can from the broken ship, getting 25 scrap, investigating the station with further 13 scrap and another defense drone Mark 1. Is this the universe telling me to get a drone system on this ship? I don't know. People say defense drones on the Federation layouts don't really protect that much. We kind of saw that with the Nisos last time. But anyway, stuff to sell. Any stores nearby? No. So I think we might be safe to upgrade shields. And yes. So that'll protect us a little bit more. So we have empty jump, ship, empty jump with an ion storm. We can hit these two ships and skip the ion storm. I am curious about the empty ion storm though. Anyways, it appears an automated Rebel scout was positioned with a nebula to warn of your passing. The ship starts to power up its FTL drive. If it gets away, it will no doubt warn a fleet of your position, which means we will fire on their piloting system. And with our upgrade to shields, we have nothing to worry about for a while as far as enemy weapons are concerned. We actually hit their piloting. Let's go on engines next. Keep that down. Keep them from running even more. Good, and one more volley should do it, so might as well hit weapons for the hell of it. And the next thing we're going to worry about is upgrading our artillery, because as it stands right now, we have no other weaponry. The ship breaks apart and you feel relief in the knowledge that you will hopefully still be one step away ahead of the fleet. 2 fuel, 1 missile, 12 scrap. Let's jump in this direction. Your ship emerges quite far away from the beacon. You see a rebel ship awaiting nearby, undoubtedly stationed to look for you. Attack the ship. And once again, they can do nothing to us. They have 2 one-shot lasers. We have 2 shields. They can do nothing to us. So why am I going for their weapon system, you may ask? Good question, Timmy. Let's go on shields instead. But we will get we'll get some nice experience for our crew here. Maybe we should go on piloting, because yeesh, their dodge chance is through the roof right now. Artillery might actually be able to do something this time. Yay! Okay, piloting is down. Let's go back on shields. But really, without more weapons, we're going to be in trouble pretty soon. You'll have to rely solely on your artillery beam, and it is not a universe I want to live in. Enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL, trying to escape. Good luck with your piloting system down, and everything else about to be sliced apart. You're considerably more well armed than I would have thought. We surrender. 2 fuel, 1 drone, 12 scrap. Nah. Will not accept. Just die. Thank you. Ship explodes, leaving behind 1 missile, 1 drone, 23 scrap. Okay. I'm gonna hoard scrap for a little while just in case we do come across a store. Navigating into fog blind, you practically bump holes with a mantis ship. They hail you. Pa, this transgression will be overlooked. Nebula, very dangerous. Next time humans all die. Generally, this early in the game and this layout of ship does not have a teleporter, so I will take the gamble here and say there won't be a next time. Open fire, and there is a freaking teleporter. Dagnabbit. Let's go on shields. Let's get let's see, who has the most experience? Looks like the weapon guy. Don't want to waste the mantis on doors. Yeah, let's run Ryan over into the door system. They teleport into the piloting bay, and that's why you want to have a rock in there. So it looks like there's only 1 mantis border, so why don't we get Ryan? That's silly. We should have gotten our mantis on their mantis, but he's here now. He ran all the way over here, so let's just do it this way. And we can actually get Frederick healed up while Ryan takes the helm briefly. But we will fire on their weapons because I do not like having my shields taken out that way. Okay, yes, I do realize I took power from the shields to power up the med bay. But there's something I can do. Anyways, let's go on their teleporter next. I don't want any more guests. And no matter where we hit next, they should die. So, let's die them. Thinking chartreuse. Ship explodes, leaving behind 1 fuel, 1 drone, 27 scrap. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Hit this ship now. And there's another one of those ion storms with nothing in it. You detect the Mantis expedition vessel returning home with its hull. So determined are they, in fact, that they don't wait to see if you're hostile before firing. Here we go again. Let's go on shields with our weapons. See where they board. They board the engine room and nowhere else, so it's some hot Mantis on Mantis action. And looks like Nicola might be holding his own better than their aggressor. Maybe not. 5 health versus 16 health, so yes, actually he is. So we'll fire in the teleporter room next. Keep them from boarding. Good. Back on shields. Now let's just... oh wait, that's stupid. Yeah, I was gonna pop into the sensor room to see what they were working with, but that's just silly. We're in a nebula. Sensors don't work. Okay, 1 more should do it. And we're 2 for 2 against Mantis. Ship explodes, leaving behind 1 fuel, 2 missiles, 22 scrap. And if we don't have a store soon, I might look into upgrading their artillery beam. Okay, no stores. A lot of empty beacons, though. There is an ion storm that I'm going to want to avoid. We can check out these empty beacons. And we might. If there's no store quickly into the next sector, we will think about upgrading artillery beam very seriously. But for now, Nicola, back to stations, please, as we jump to empty beacon land. And let's go this way. Pretty. You arrive in the sector and greeted by a science vessel waiting by the beacon. They hail you. Find ourselves low on fuel. However, proposition 3 fuel for 1 drone part is a horrible, horrible, horrible offer, so I will reject that. And there is a store. Let's hit these empty beacons. Maybe there's an event or something to get us a little bit more scrap to spend. You feel naked without functioning sensors. You half expect a rebel ship to appear from behind a cloud any moment, but none come. Take the opportunity to power up our engines to full. And there is a ship here, so we will go there. And we will render them explodey. You jump into a calmer part of the nebula, however your relief fades as a rebel scout jumps to the beacon and moves into attack. Their missile worries me, so I will fire on their weapons. Burst Laser Mark II does not charge up fast enough to keep one from firing, but we do have 29% dodge chance right now, and we still take a hit in an empty section of our hull. But their missile is down, so we are free and clear to go on their piloting. And we shoot, and we hit, and one more volley should do it, because they only have one hull point left, and we fire 3 lasers, and they have 0 dodge chance right now, so let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Ship explodes, leaving behind 1 fuel, 2 missiles, 18 scrap, and we have 117 scrap, plus from the defense drones that we're thinking of selling. We may just have enough to buy a weapon pre-igniter or cloaking or something pretty. Find yourself surrounded by a group of mysterious alien vessels. They hail you and apparently have some valuable technology for sale. They have a Flak 1 small bomb, hull laser 1, some crew, scrap recovery arm, Zoltan shield bypasser, reverse ion fields, backup battery, hacking, drone control. I definitely want a flak. Let's see how much we're gonna get. We have to get our weapons up. Okay, so the flak costs 65. We'd have to get weapons up another 60. So that's 125 to even use it. Plus the power bar, it's another 50. Okay, so let's sell the defense drones. That gives us 50. So we will do that. Now we will upgrade our ship. Good. And 1 power bar. Good. And if we take power away from an artillery beam, which isn't doing much for us right now, honestly, the flak cannon will do a lot more for us in the short term. We can also fix up a little bit. We're good on fuel for right now. Would have been nice to have one of these guys, but I think the flak cannon is definitely the right choice here. It'll be able to help us get through up to level 3 shields and have full burst laser. So yes, definitely something to work with. Why don't we jump to the exit, hit the beacons around the exit, and then prepare for Sector 3. You ride the long-range beacon with the old driver's charge. You can jump to the next sector. You recognize the ship as a well-known slave trader. He hails you and offers you laborers for cheap. We will attack the slaver scum. We will flak cannon on their shields. We will burst laser on their weapons. And if they charge up fully there, with that charge ion, we will be in trouble, but they're not. So we aren't. And we'll just do the same thing once more. They want us to take a slave. Yes, we will accept their offer. We will take the slug Raffin. And slug Raffin, you will be our door person. Welcome aboard, Raffin. So that's worth like what, 55, 60, 45, somewhere around there. I don't know. There was one for sale at the store. I forgot how much it was. But anyways, we'll save the current position. We will jump these beacons here and then head to Sector 3. Nervously glance out the windows, but the only thing to greet you is more clouds and silence. Okay. There is a black market hub here. You receive a message. These are dangerous times. You have any extra military grade explosive, we'll gladly pay for them. Yes. Why don't we sell 15 missiles for 45 scrap? Thank you. This will help greatly. And jump back to the exit. Okay. With that 45 scrap, we can upgrade our artillery beam, but we won't have the power for it. We can upgrade engines once more. And take the dodge chance away from oxygen. If we need to. But I think we'll be alright for now. 2 levels of shields going into Sector 3, we should be fine. We can get an extra power bar right now to get the artillery beam up, but we are offensively okay. Don't need to depend right now on the artillery beam. And we can, I don't know, take something away from oxygen for a little while. But for now, next sector, we have another uncharted nebula, or rock-controlled. I think I'm going to head to the rock-controlled. Rock people are a powerful and proud race. It is not unheard of to have a peaceful journey through their lands, but don't count on it. Okay, and right away we have a ship encounter. That's a dead end. Nearby sun encounter, and another nearby sun encounter. Why don't we hit the one that has no ship associated with it right now? Because I am curious what these empty hazard beacons are all about. With their high resistance to heat, outlaw rocks often settle very close to stars. That is why it is hardly surprising when your ship gets spoiled as you stumble past a hidden settlement. Okay. So I'm going to asphyxiate them. I'm going to camp our mantis into the auction room to meet them. I'm going to do the same thing. Why Rockman? Why you do this? Okay. Mantis is gonna die, so let's go into... I have no pilot. I am a silly. We need to power on the med bay. We need to get our pilot into the med bay. We will open these doors, hopefully snuff them out. Maybe they will go into the medbay and fight us there before our oxygen goes down. Yes, success! However, there is now a fire in the medbay, which is not good. Let's get our NG in there. Let's jump away. Empty beacon is safe zone. And I'm silly for doing all of this. You arrive at the next beacon only to be immediately held by a small shuttle. Help us. We are being attacked by pirates. Okay. Aiding the civilian ship. You power up your weapons and engage the pirate ship. We're perfectly safe from the pirate ship. But we are on fire and being attacked by rockmen right now. So that's fun. Medbay went down just in time. We are safe. Fully safe. Let us flak the heck out of their shields. And burst lasered our weapons. Good. And we will get everybody back to where they belong. Ugh. That was fun, wasn't it, folks? Flak shields once more. Burst laser shields. Okay, a little mistimed, but fine. And do it again. Okay, they have a clone bay. There's no way we're killing the crew before they kill their ship. Let's go on shields once more. We miss everything. Flak again. Let's get our engines up. Not that they can do anything to us, although those ions are coming fast and furious. But that's only a pike beam. Cannot get through any shield bars whatsoever. But we will go on weapons next. Okay. And didn't notice the time, but this is going to be a very long episode. Okay, good. Weapons are completely down. We'll go on shields next. But yeah, if we didn't pick up this flat gun, we'd be in a world of long waiting battles happening. Yes, that's a thing. Can I stop missing shots, please? Hooray. Pirate ship breaks apart. You hasten to contact the civilian ship. We get 1 fuel, 1 drone, 30 scrap. We contact the civilian ship. They did not survive the assault. We get 2 missiles, 1 drone, and 15 scrap. And we have an asteroid field to deal with. Next. But we'll wait for our shields to come back fully. I will also consider, for 80 scrap, upgrading the artillery beam right now. And I considered it, and I'm saying no right now. To the asteroid field. Captain of a rock freighter lost in the asteroid field hails you. Our coordinates led us here, but only death greets us. What must be, must be. Death to all. You power up the battle system and wonder how long they've been stuck here. Wow. Yeah. Very dark from the Rockman. That is a Howler beam. Howler beams can go through shields. Let us fire everything we have at their weapons. Good. Okay, that was scary. I think Howler beams can get through one level of shields. So again, good decision. Good decision going for the level 2 shields back there. And they're dead. They're dead, and pressing 1 to shoot the firing. I don't know what I did. And now my mouse is acting weird, and I don't know what's happening. Everything is laggy. Looks like it's back under control now. I think we accepted surrender. I wanted to hit 1 for burst laser in order to attack them, but I think I accepted surrender. And we have some scrap now, so okay. Might have to go frame by frame later to find out what happened there, but alrighty. They wanted death for all, and we accepted our surrender. Okay, anyways, you notice a rock ship performing combat exercises. However, they quickly change their course to engage your ship. They apparently treat unregistered alien ships as handy target practice. They have a Flak 2, a missile launcher, and a heavy laser. I am very, very scared right now, but we will go everything on their weapons. And Flak 2s take 21 seconds to charge up, so we might be able to take it down before it fires, do we? Yes, but I'm an idiot because I fired everything out of order in my panic, but I did take it down. Hit to the empty section of hull as we try to do this the correct way this time and keep their weapons down for good. They got a shot off with their missile. Missile misses. Fire in the weapons room. Oh no. Wait for everything to charge up at the same time here. Fire. In the proper order. Good, good, good. Shields are down. Do not have to wait. We'll flak. If everything hits, they will die. They want to surrender at the last second. If only I was dependent on missiles. I will not accept surrender. Use me for target practice. Huh? Well, look who's Swiss cheese now, buddy. Anyways, the ship explodes, giving us 3 fuel, 1 drone, and 30 scrap. And there is a store. There is a store. Let's check out the store. Rock tolerate few aliens in their space, but even they seem to respect the wisdom of Zoltan. A few of them establish a trading post in the husk of an abandoned capital ship. They have cloaking, mind control, hacking, clone bay, a rock crew member, a human crew member, but really nothing here for us. Hacking would be nice. And I am considering it highly. Remember, with the Federation class cruisers, we can only have 2 systems on board because the artillery beam takes up a slot. So what do we go? We can go hacking mind control and just completely use up all our system slots. Hacking would be good to keep people, anybody who wants to run away, we can lock them down. It gives us a lot of flexibility. But I think for now, I'm going to upgrade what we have. And right there, we are at a 30-second cooldown. If I accept all of this, use up all our scrap to do that, I think I will. But we do need another power bar. Well, we are up to a 40-second cooldown, and we can take a hit on it. So that's okay. To battle now. There is a ship with pirate markings orbiting the nearby planet. You receive this hail. Anything is possible for the right price, including your deaths. I will fight you, sir. Mercenaries are worse than rebels. The only honorable course is to engage the mercenary in battle. They cloak, they have ion, charge ions, and a halberd beam. Maybe we should have just let them leave. Okay, they are choosing to ion piecemeal, which might be the only thing that saves us right now. But we will flak and burst laser on weapons, because they do not feel like being carved up today. All weapons are down. We will go on shields next. They decide to cloak. Good on them. Okay, shields are down. They want to surrender, offering 2 fuel, 1 drone, 17 scrap, but we will not accept their surrender. I will not leave you to your shame. You can have your shame in the afterlife. I will flak the empty section of hull. Go for more hits. Do not get them. Burst laser finishes them off, however. Giving us... Oh, there goes the artillery beam. Hi, artillery beam. Ship explodes behind a substantial collection of useless scrap material. 2 fuel, 1 drone, 22 scrap. And that should be enough to get the power bar needed to get our full 30-second cooldown on the artillery beam. There is another store, which is kind of pointless right now, considering we only have 3 scrap. So I will ignore it. But I wish I would have known it was there. A loud thud resounds through the ship after jump completion. You just shunted a rock fighter and he's already preparing to fire. Okay, that is a burst laser Mark II and a mini beam. We will go on their weapons. Because if they time things the right way, we can get carved up a little bit. And I did things in the wrong order again. But that's fine because their weapons are down. They took just about as much damage as they would have otherwise. Really surprised to be seeing level 1 shields in Sector 3, but I guess that's the way things go. Let's shoot their oxygen, why not? Artillery beam fires, carves up their ship, it will kill them. They want to surrender. Sorry. We will not accept surrender. Ship explodes, leaving behind 3 fuel, 1 drone, 33 scrap. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I think the next upgrade we're going to go for... 80 scrap, 80 and 30 pretty much is pretty tall order to get 20-second cooldown on the artillery beam. I think we're going to go for either engines or save up for shields next. But we have a couple of ships here now, so we will take care of them. Mercenary hails you. Greetings, friend. We've heard hail of your quest and are here to offer our valuable services. They have a couple of lasers. We should be fine to fight them. Once again, mercenaries are worse than rebels. The only honorable course is to engage the mercenary in battle. But they have mind control in the piloting system. Let's get our slug in there. That way we have some dodge chance back at least. But it does give us a pretty juicy target for our first volley. Mind control is done with. Let's get everybody back to stations. Their mind control is down. And we will wait for burst laser charge before firing everything we have. Some at shields, some at weapons. Artillery beam comes in, slices them up nicely. Alright, you win. Here's some equipment from our stores. Leave us alone. 1 fuel, 1 missile, 17 scrap. Sorry, no. And 30-second cooldown is synergizing pretty nicely with our weapons right now. I don't know what happened there. They mind controlled our weapon guy for a second, and then it looked like they pulled power away from it somewhere else. I don't know. That was very weird. But they're dead, giving us 2 missiles, 1 drone, and 29 scrap. We'll now attack this ship. Rock ship flies past your windows and you recognize outcast decorations on the hull. These must be pirates. They're going to try and board us. They have a flak gun 2. Well, also flak gun, but flak gun Mark II. Heavy lasers are going to board us with 1 rock. Where will they board us? They choose to board there. Okay. We'll asphyxiate the heck out of them. Go everything on weapons. Try and get that flak gun down before it has a chance to fire. And we do. And this rock is not fighting anything. He's trying very hard to break into our ship, but having Raffin on doors is making that very hard. We'll go on weapons again. We beamed aboard just in time to get sliced up by the artillery beam. We'll flak here again. And we'll burst laser. Okay. There's no way, although I'm sure they are hurting, there's no way to kill the crew before the ship, so we will just kill the ship. And we do. Ship explodes, leaving behind 3 fuel, 1 missile, 26 scrap. And I don't think we're going to make the exit before the rebels get there. But for now, we will fight this rock ship. Another teleporter. As you jump in, a vast figure appears on the view screen. The rock captain rubs the green moss-like appendage on his chin and then orders his crew to open fire. He's going to teleport in the opposite wing, which is just fine and dandy, because we will asphyxiate the heck out of him. As he slowly walks in, they do have a missile launcher. Fire everything on weapons. Okay, missile launcher still up, unfortunately. Hits our med bay, that's fine for right now. Okay. They can't beam their boy back. They want to surrender. We will not accept. We'll close doors and our slug should be able to kill the Rockman. Yes. And we will kill them. And we will get our Rockman and our slug into the medbay, fix that up, get them fixed up. Anyways, the ship explodes, leaving behind 1 missile, 1 drone, 25 scrap. We jump. Yes, the exit is taken over by rebels. No choice there. Can we upgrade? We can upgrade our shields for 100 scrap. And if we take away power from the artillery beam, we can power them up. That might be the way to go for right now. Keep ourselves from getting hit too badly by the rebels. We can also go into engines and afford that without needing extra power. I think we will go for shields though. No, engines is better. We want to dodge that ASB, so we'll go to put more power to engines. Get everybody healed up. Helps if we power on the medbay. And we'll go fight the rebels at the beacon, at the exit beacon, and call this an episode. Get everybody back to stations, and while the Rockman takes forever to get there, I will thank you in advance very much for watching as we jump to our rebel potential doom at the exit beacon. You found the exit, but the rebels got here first. You must survive long enough to be able to jump to the next sector. I will power up. Power up. I will power up the engines there. Also, another reason to get engines is we have extra dodge chance and FTL charges faster. We will fire flak and burst laser at their weapons. We got hit hard in the weapons. We lost all weapons. Took a couple of hits to the hull as well. Everything is exploding. We have hull breaches. We almost lost Ryan, our weapon person. And we jump to the Zoltan controlled sector. really have to stop cutting it so close. The Zoltan patrol their borders will let you pass when you IDS Federation. Let's hope they won't be so courteous to the rebels. Let's get everything healed up here. We will use Frederick to heal up the breach because he has more health and won't die as quickly. We'll send our NG in to help fix up the weapon system, and then we will send everybody to the medbay for all of the heals. Okay, go heal, go heal. And while they're doing that, I will once again thank you very much for watching. This has been DDP Plays FTL AE. Hit them like and subscribe buttons if you feel so inclined. I'd really love some comments. If you have some tips to improve my play or my videos, I'd greatly appreciate those. As well as Frederick is now healed, we'll get everybody walking to stations and say bye-bye for now.